The Sensel Morph is more than just a keyboard or video editor or piano. With the music production overlay, it's also a full palette of controls for electronic music production. You have a nice drum kit over here. You have a 1-octave keyboard at the bottom that can be used for playing basses and synthesizers. You've got controls for shaping sounds and effects. And then you have these nice 2 horizontal sliders that are great for special effects. I'm going to be showing you some examples in Ableton Live because that's a really popular platform for making electronic music. I've got a hip-hop sort of 909 set up on these pads. We have some, bass and kick. For laying out your beats, of course, with your software you can quantize all those. These are velocity sensitive. So you can get a nice dynamic range in your playing. But if you don't want that, you can make the velocity consistent with the top button here. So everything plays at the same velocity, which is fairly typical in a lot of MPC pad style playing. We can also enable pitch bend, which can give you some pretty unique effects that you wouldn't get on other software or in other hardware controllers. So I can have the pitch bend just by rolling my finger on the pad. And that gives you some nice, interesting effects that you might not get otherwise. We also have kind of a cool effect on this drum kit, which is sort of the same samples, but set up with an arpeggiation and filter on these horizontal strips. So you can get a nice twist on the typical repeat effects on a lot of MPC controllers. And I also have a bass synth. That sounds pretty aggressive, but we have some tone shaping controls. And these, of course, can be used in real time and written to automation in your software. The music production overlay is great for making beats and controlling synthesizers and sketching out some electronic music, but it's also great for sound design. Because of the exceptional pressure sensitivity, we can also map these things to send out just the pressure information instead of the notes. You can actually press lightly and introduce some pretty dramatic sound design. I'll go ahead and give you an example. So we start with a pretty regular buzz, but now I'll just start pressing on these lightly. So you can see we can really get into some adventurous territory just by changing that buzz into some pretty alien soundscapes. You have all that real-time control and it's all at your fingertips. So you can get some really expressive play out of this nice compact device. Some other controls we have at the top, we have these arrows which, instead of shifting 12 notes like you get on a keyboard, these shift 16 so you can actually access multiple drum kits within a single drum rack in Ableton Live. And then you also have some transport controls so you can control starting and stopping of your set. The Music Production Studio is really great for producing music on the go and laying out some ideas. It's also a great adjunct to your DJ sets or live performance sets. It doesn't take up a lot of room, but can give you a lot of playing power. It works with pretty much any MIDI-compatible software like Ableton Live, Apple Logic, GarageBand, PreSonus Studio One, and so on. It can work wirelessly or through the USB cable, and it's extremely portable, unlike many other music production controllers. I think you'll get a lot out of it. Check it out.